All right, what's going on, guys? So let's get into it. We're going to be answering all of your questions that are in the comments. And again, for the 60-day sprint, please leave questions in the comments. I'll answer and give as much value as I possibly can to you guys. And so we have Sarcasm and Tommy. They both asked two separate questions. Tommy, what do you think about SMMA within the next 10 years? Do you ever get anxiety about it not being around in the future, or do you think it's here to stay? Is there anything you would pivot to towards in the future? What would you say? Is there something you would pivot towards, if not not the agency? Okay. Truth is, nobody knows what's going to happen in 10 years, maybe not even 3 to 5 years. So, like, Hermosi on his latest podcast was also like, in 3 to 5 years, I have no idea what's going to happen. And it's true. Like, the way, Claude helped my business in the matter of just a few months of learning about it, who knows what's going to come out next. And then we have other softwares like Victor, which is really cool in the way it's able to kind of interact with your business and be in the Slack channel, be in the Meta Ads Manager all day. It's really cool, really unique, and nobody in 10 years, bro, nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody. Who knows what's going to happen with the agency model? And I think it's like I think the right questions to be asking are like, given the opportunities that we have right now, how can we take advantage of it and just stack as much cash, learn as many skills as possible, rather than just, guessing about what's going to happen 10 years out. I mean, maybe 3 to 5 years we can kind of guess, but 10 years, no way. So in the meantime, the more important thing for you, Tommy, is just be like, just say to yourself, man, hey, how can I acquire and be the best version of myself today and every single day moving forward? What skills can I learn are the highest leverage things so that I make sure I never, ever am out of work or out of a position, moving forward, right? Because who knows? Like, who knows what's going to happen? So I think it's best to just think about it that way than, guessing what's going to happen 10, 15, 20 years out. And then anything moving forward in the future, this is honestly dependent on you. I know a lot of people, scale an agency to 7,500 and then sell info. A lot of people, really love the agency model and they just want to stick with it and just use that as their only cash cow, right? Like, I think of the agency model as kind of a cash cow to propel you into your next business venture, whatever that is. If you guys want to do e-com, if you guys want to go into private equity, if you guys want to actually, maybe be an employee and be an entrepreneur at a business, on a multi-5-figure, 6-figure, or a 7-figure salary, who knows this is just entirely dependent on you, man. So I hope that helps. Sarcasm. How did you go about getting your VA to understand how to manage ad campaigns and find winning creatives? I'm guessing you have SOPs set up by any good way you found to retain VAs and not having to hire people over and over. So we have a media buyer. Actually, our VA doesn't do anything media buying wise. So we have our VA and then we have our media buyer. The media buyer handles and manages all the client campaigns. The VA will also understand what the media buyer is doing. It's important for both positions to understand what they're doing. And she'll understand, how many appointments the clients are getting on a given week and things of that sort. If you guys just want to combine the two, that's fine. I know some people who have, just one VA that handles everything. That's fine. Just compensate them accordingly. And then the last part, which is hiring people over and over. Actually, first off, yeah, we do have crystal clear SOPs. That's actually one of the most important things for scale. You need to, the goal of business is freedom and to make you money, point blank. Okay? And the way you're going to be able to do that is eventually, I'm sure you guys want to step out of the business. You need crystal clear SOPs for team members to make them understand what they need to do. And so if anybody has any questions, they could reference the SOPs, any sort of situation or hesitation, anything they're going to do, they need to reference the SOPs and it needs to be clear, concise, and simple for them. Now, hiring people over and over again. Oh, that's true, right? Like, that's true. I know people who have made the wrong hire and it fucked up their business. 2 weeks later, they've rebuilt their entire team. Now, hiring over and over again is something that's not ideal. You don't want that to have happened. But the way you can go about this is having a really good hiring process, which I spoke in my last video about, which some of the hiring tips there. And yeah, it's exhausting, right? Like, you need to get it right as quick as possible, and that might come with failures along the way in hiring the right person, right? Like, for example, my mentor, this happened a while ago, I think like a year and a half to 2 years ago. One of his CSMs left, tried poaching all of their clients, spoke badly about their name, sometimes left bad reviews, and it's chaos. Like, you don't want that at all. The way you handle clients is relatively similar to how you handle your own employees, and you never want to leave bad with either parties. Okay, so that's a really important part, and that's a great question. And again, guys, moving forward, leave all of your questions in the comments. Doesn't have to be agency related, and sub to the channel, please. And I'll see you guys in the next.